dugout up in arms. It was a calmer Liverpool dugout tonight. Arne was there. He's speaking to Peter McDowell now.
Well, boss, well done. Progression in the FA Cup, which is what you wanted. Tell us about the performance. What did you make of it tonight?
I think the fans have seen many of these home games. And every time we go out there, we're hoping we can give them more and we can generate more chances of the amount of ball possession we have. But we will keep trying, keep working on it. But it is obvious that we find it quite difficult to generate a lot of chances from all the ball possession we have. But I saw 4 very nice goals. The first one, a shot from outside the box. That's something, if you are not able to play around them and take the 1v1s on and get your chances from there and a shot from outside the box is an opportunity. And in the second goal, we could see that a one-on-one from Jeremie Frimpong is a big weapon to have, which you can see in almost every game where you see low blocks. And the third and the fourth goal. The third goal was a great combination through the middle. Great goal. Fourth, De Bruyne behind. When they were maybe a bit tired in the end, but yeah, like I said, I think our fans have seen these games, in my opinion, far too many times, because you're hoping other teams, and I'm not blaming Barnsley because I can completely understand them, but in a Premier League game you're hoping that it's a bit of a more open game, but no, they always come to Anfield to have 11 players on the 18-yard line.
You signalled that this is a competition that you want to win this year, go as far as you can with the team that you picked tonight. Is that because you feel there's a big gap between now and the weekend, or did you just feel they needed that continuity?
That's one part of it, but I also had no other option because it's simply not possible with the squad we have that I take 11 players out and bring 11 players in because we have 3 long-term injuries. Connor, Giovanni Leone and Alex, not as long as the other 2, but also quite long. Wata was only trained once, so yeah, that means that I cannot take the starters from Arsenal out and play 11 other players. So that wasn't possible. And then the good thing about that is that some players can just keep their rhythm and keep playing. But there's a lot of games in January, and some of them have to play a lot, and that's what we know. And that's why we have to respect these players so much, because it's almost every time the same ones that have to play. 13, 14, 15 players. And 11 times unbeaten now is positive.
They are a big positive as well, the fact you get Wata back on the bench, Hugo gets the chance to come on and score a goal as well.
Yeah, no, Hugo, of course we missed him, even more if Alex is out as well, but we couldn't take the risk because Alex is out, so then you cannot take a risk in the games before, and it's always nice if you are a number 9 and you didn't play for 2 games, and then you come in, you immediately score a goal again. Great assist by Florian, great pass by Dominic Szoboszlai. So yeah, good to have him back and good to have Wata back as well, because as you can see, another time Dominic Szoboszlai had to play on the fullback position, and that might not be for the last time this season, although I favour him in the midfield and I think he favours himself in the midfield. But yeah, sometimes if you have no other options, you have to be creative, and that's what we did tonight.
And he's dramatic tonight as well, Dom, isn't he? He's involved in everything, gets the goal, the amount of interceptions he makes, the passes he makes. He's been the standout player, but he's involved in a goal at the other end that probably will be talked about by the opposition.
Yeah, but also by us, and definitely also by me. Yeah, it's not for the first time that we are 2-0 up and we give a goal away easily. But this one stands out when you talk about easily. This is it's unbelievable that you give a goal away like this, and that's why it was till the end really hard. And I feel really sorry for Trey, because maybe it was my mistake, but at 2-1 I thought I had to make the substitutions to win the game instead of giving a young player who's training every single day so hard and which is such a big talent the playing time he might deserve. But yeah, like you said, I thought, let's bring Ryan first, and that had all to do with us conceding the 2-1, because usually a game like this should go to 3 and then maybe more. But we made it difficult for ourselves to concede the 2-1, because then the other team gets belief again, they defend even better than they did. At 2-0, So yeah, another time, easy goal given away when we were 2-0 up.
Just finally, can I ask you about Conor Bradley as well, boss? Obviously, progression into the next round is brilliant, but everybody's thoughts will be with him now with the season over, and we keep our fingers crossed that everything goes well with the operation.
Yeah, of course. I feel so sorry for him. He's such a good boy, but all of them are good boys. But he works so hard. Had his chance with Trent leaving the club, and then he missed already more games than I wanted, that he wanted, because of a few injuries. And now he was making steps. He got better and better, and he was ready to keep going. And then something like this happened. So it's such a shame. First of all, for him. But we will help him. He will get his surgery, and rehab staff and everyone that's working at the club will help him to bring him back as soon and as good as we possibly can. And but unfortunately for him, it hasn't been the season where he and definitely I was hoping for him.
Thank you, boss. Appreciate it. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, the thoughts of Arne Slot there. We did touch on Conor Bradley pretty much, but let's speak about him again, Phil, because you can tell even when he's just asked the question there, how dejected the boss feels. I think sentiments everyone shares, the frustration for Conor Bradley at the moment.
Yeah, because you're seeing, no, he's not a Scouser, he plays like a Scouser, and it's nice to always have one of them in your side. And you just feel for him because of the injuries that he had. We were speaking before the game, and he's such a prospect. And he's probably realising it. And then you've got Jeremie comes in. And he's got another challenge to get over, and it looks as though he'd won that. And you thought, wow, we've got something here, because we've got Jeremie wide, obviously while Mo's been away, and you've got Conor behind him, who is a combative player, but he's also got an eye for going forward, and he's got an eye for a pass. So we're all devastated for him. It is so hard. I've been there, and I've had injuries. I don't know whether Jay's had as many. I've had sort of cartilages out. I've had sort of broken sort of collarbones. So you go through things like that, and you think, why always me?
Yeah.
But you have great help. There's people there at the club who will be there for them, and I think our football club's always been like that.
All the more frustrating because this, of course, with the departure of Trent.
Possibly, fill in there to allow Dom to stay in midfield.
I keep on ticking these off. I remember it being, I think when it was 2 and 3, and I said, they're little baby steps, and we have to sort of get back to that the way our season had gone. So that's the big positive to me, is that we've kept that run going.
I think it's really important to kind of remember where we were after the last defeat, which feels a long time ago now, the PSV game here, and you're thinking, right, as Phil says, it's baby steps. You just need to shut up shop and become more defensive and more solid at the back, and as that time progresses, obviously you want to see maybe more lively performances and more exciting performances, Jay, but still it's a big long run now. That before that West Ham game, for example, if somebody said to you, you're going to go the next 11 unbeaten, everyone would have bitten your hand off for that, I think.
100%. I think, after that PSV one, it was a simple case of, right, we need to build a foundation. Our foundation is keeping clean sheets and not losing games. I think we've done that. Yes, we would like more perfect performances as an overall, but will come in time. We've had injuries of people coming back and going. We have not had such a threat on the top line, a consistent top line, if you want to say that as well, to maybe be that real threat of scoring more goals. But as long as you have a foundation of not losing games of football, you can build on that, and then over time you'll start to get more. We're creating things, and listen, a huge positive for me is 4 goals tonight. After the last 3 games, all 0-0s, 4 goals, no injuries. They're 2 of the biggest ones that I'd take from the game tonight, looking forward to